Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great. Imagine this. You walk into a room full of people. A party, a meeting, maybe a job interview. You see someone standing near you. You want to say something. Your mind goes blank. You look at your phone. They look at their phone. 10 seconds pass, and just like that, the moment is gone. Here's the strange truth. Most people think they're bad at small talk, but the real problem is not talking. The real problem is fear. Fear of saying the wrong thing. Fear of looking stupid. Fear of being judged. So people stay quiet. But here's what most people do not understand. Small talk is not useless. It is the door to connection. It is how strangers become friends, how coworkers become partners, how opportunities begin. Yet millions of people fail at it every day, not because they are boring, not because they are not smart, but because they misunderstand one simple thing. And today, I will tell you the 5 steps that explain why most people fail at small talk, and more importantly, how you can stop being one of them. Let's begin. Step 1. They think small talk is meaningless. Most people hate small talk. They think it is pointless. Talking about the weather, talking about traffic, talking about the weekend. It feels shallow. So their brain says something like this: "This is stupid. This conversation has no value. I don't want to do this." And because they believe that, their energy drops, their voice becomes flat, their face shows no interest, and the conversation dies. But here's the truth most people never learn. Small talk is not the destination. It is the bridge. Human beings use small talk to test trust. It's like dipping your toe in the water before jumping into the pool. People start with simple topics, not because they are boring, but because they are safe. Researchers say small talk helps people signal friendly intentions and build comfort before deeper conversation begins. Think about it. Nobody starts a conversation with a stranger like this: "Tell me your biggest life regret." No, first comes something simple. "How was your day? Nice weather today. Where are you from?" These are not meaningless. They are social warm-ups, like stretching before running. But when people think small talk is useless, they skip the warm-up. And when you skip the warm-up, the conversation pulls a muscle. It feels awkward. It stops. And people walk away thinking, "I'm bad at talking to people." But the truth is simpler. They just misunderstood the game. Step 2. They try too hard to be interesting. Let me tell you a quick story. A guy walks into a networking event. His name is Mark. He tells himself one thing before entering: "I must impress people." So when someone says hello, Mark starts performing. He talks fast. He tries to sound smart. He shares big ideas. He tells stories that are too long. He tries to prove he is interesting. And something strange happens. People slowly lose interest. They nod politely, they look around the room, then they say, "Nice meeting you," and they leave. Mark goes home thinking, "I guess I'm not good with people." But that was not the problem. The problem was pressure. Most people believe small talk is about being impressive. It is not. It is about being comfortable. Think about the people you enjoy talking to. They are not always the smartest, they are not always the funniest, but they make you feel relaxed. They listen, they smile, they respond with simple words. That's the secret. Small talk is not a performance, it's a connection. When you try too hard to impress people, you stop listening. You stop noticing the other person, and the conversation becomes one-sided. Real connection happens when both people feel seen. So instead of trying to be interesting, try being curious. Ask simple questions, listen to the answer, react naturally. That's how conversations grow, and that's what most people forget. Step 3. They are too afraid of silence. Now imagine this. You say hello to someone. You ask a simple question. They answer. Then suddenly, there is silence. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, and your brain starts to panic. This is awkward. I need to say something, anything. So people rush to fill the silence. They start talking too fast. They jump from topic to topic. They laugh nervously, and the conversation becomes messy. But here is something powerful most people never realize. Silence is normal. In fact, silence is part of every good conversation. Confident people are not afraid of small pauses. They let the moment breathe. They think before they speak, and that makes them look calm. It makes them look comfortable. When you panic during silence, the other person feels that tension. But when you stay relaxed, the other person relaxes too. Sometimes the best thing you can do is simply smile, take a breath, then ask something simple like, "So how did you get into that?" Or "What do you enjoy most about it?" And just like that, the conversation starts moving again. Silence is not the enemy. Fear of silence is. And when you stop fearing those quiet moments, talking to people becomes much easier. Step 4. They talk more than they listen. Here is something funny about humans. Most people do not listen to understand. They listen to reply. While the other person is talking, their brain is already preparing the next sentence. What should I say next? How do I sound smart? What story should I tell? So when the other person finishes speaking, they jump in fast, and suddenly the conversation becomes a competition. Two people trying to talk, nobody really listening. And when nobody feels heard, connection disappears. But the best communicators do something different. They slow down. They listen with real attention. They make eye contact. They nod. They react. Sometimes they simply say, "Wow, really? That's interesting. Tell me more." And something powerful happens. People start opening up, because every human being has one deep desire: to feel understood. When someone feels heard, they enjoy the conversation more, they trust you more, and they want to keep talking to you. So the secret is simple. Talk less, listen more. Ask one good question, then let the other person speak. Small talk becomes easy when people feel that you truly care. Step 5. They forget that everyone feels awkward. Here is the biggest secret about small talk. Almost everyone feels awkward. Yes, even the confident people. Even the people who look social. Even the ones who seem comfortable in every room. The difference is simple. They do not run from the awkward moment. They accept it. Most people walk into a conversation thinking, if this feels awkward, something is wrong. But that belief creates pressure, and pressure kills natural conversation. Confident people think differently. They expect a little awkwardness. They smile through it. They keep going. And after a minute or two, something amazing happens. The tension fades. The conversation becomes natural. Because connection takes time. Think about starting a cold car in winter. At first, the engine struggles, but after a moment, it runs smoothly. Conversations work the same way. The first few seconds might feel strange, but if you stay calm, ask simple questions, and listen with interest, Soon, the conversation begins to flow. So the next time you walk into a room, remember this: you do not need the perfect words. You do not need to impress everyone. You just need one simple thing: the courage to start. Because small talk is not about perfect sentences. It is about human connection. And the more you practice it, the easier life becomes. New friends, new opportunities, new doors opening, all from one simple sentence. Hi, how are you? If this message helped you today, subscribe to the channel, because here we learn the skills school never taught us. Skills for confidence, communication, and real success in life. And remember this: one small conversation can change your entire future.